Hi. Trying to film this video tonight is about as crazy as my past like 3 weeks have been. Because the boss has been all over me tonight, and every time I've started to record, she's either had to go outside or then get a drink of water. But I'm hoping, because she is still up and moving about right now, that she's going to relax and I can actually get through this video. What's happened since I talked to you last? Well, I did go on March 19th. I went to the Olivia Rodrigo concert in Chicago, as you can see here. Actually, I didn't go to the concert. I was the driver slash chaperone for the evening, but my niece was kind enough to get me this lovely poster for taking her there for the evening. A couple days later, I went to Cleveland for a week to see some family. Much needed rest. Feel very refreshed upon my return. I think so does the boss, not having to deal with me all the time. And then, of course, there was catching up with just life, and then Easter and taxes. And yeah, it has been crazy. But something good that has happened since the last time I've spoken to you is I got our images from the photo shoot. Now tell me the boss doesn't look absolutely adorable in these pictures. I want to thank Pingoy Portraits in St. John, Indiana. These are such lovely pictures. I cried when I saw them. You're probably going to see some like custom drinkware and maybe even some shirts with those images on there. So tonight I'm actually drinking Wild Wonder sparkling drink and strawberry passion. It's a probiotic drink. So I will tell you, it tastes really good as sparkling water. It also tastes really good with a smidge of rum added to it, but, shh, we won't talk about that. But it is time to talk top of the month for April. Okay, you know the drill. I'm not omnipotent. I don't know everything that's going on in the world. I just know some things that I've picked up here and there. If there is something I've left off this list, please do not get angry with me. Just go ahead and shoot me a note and say, hey, maybe check this out. I can either talk about it next week or put it on next year's list. Either way, just don't get mad, because that doesn't serve any purpose now. Before we get started on what's going on this month, this is your first time here. Hi. I'm Gretchen, the tipsy travel gal, and it is my goal to eat, drink, and spa my way around the world. Bringing you along with me, showing you some really cool things to see, some fun things to do, and some delicious things to eat and drink. My overall hope is that will inspire you to travel, whether that be domestic or international. So if that sounds like something interesting to you, please consider subscribing to my channel. There is a lot more of this kind of stuff to come. Also, in the description of this video is a link to my GoFundMe page. Please check it out. Still not updated, trying to catch up on a lot of things, but it'll come soon. But yeah, if you have a few extra dollars and would like to donate, I would greatly appreciate that. It is now time to jump into what's going on this month. Now, we do have some holdovers from last month. Continuing on all the way through the end of April are the weekend ripe markets in Dubai. But we are nearing their close because it's about to start to get really, really hot in Dubai, and they don't do it during the summer months because of the heat. So time is ticking on the ripe market if you're going to be at or around Dubai. The other thing is, continuing on from last month, is the flower fields in Carlsbad, California. The fields are in bloom and they will be open until Mother's Day. Believe it or not, we do still have some winter things that are going on. However, they're going to be ending this month. Obviously, we've been talking about this for a month, but Jewellumination is going to be closing on April 7th. In fact, by the time this video gets out, it probably will be April 7th. So, yeah, it had a nice run. That doesn't mean that the lights are going out at the amusement park. They're actually switching it over to cherry blossom twinkle lights. So you will still be able to see the whole park lit up. It just won't be Christmas jewel tones. Ramadan is continuing all the way through April 9th as well. And remember, they have those delightful iftars, which are the light meals that come at sundown. Those are going on in Dubai for the next week or so. Cherry blossom season has started, and no better place to see them in Japan than Osaka Castle. They have reached kind of the peak of their bloom, and they probably will be starting to dwindle down by April 14th, but still going strong there for right now. Finally, flamingo breeding is coming to an end in Laguna, Colorado, Bolivia. So last chance for the month of April to check that out if you're going to be in South America. It is now time to talk about all the goodness that is going on in the month of April. Now, there's been a couple of things that actually started in March. How they fell off my radar, I have no idea, but they are continuing through April. So let's go ahead and talk about them now. Obviously, one of the biggest things that is happening in the United States right now is the National Cherry Blossom Festival in Washington, D.C. It began on March the 20th. It's running through April 14th. So if you are going to be in and around Washington, D.C., I can tell you I have seen the cherry blossoms in bloom. It is absolutely gorgeous and stunning. Cherry blossom trees actually came to the United States in 1912 when the Japanese donated 3,000 trees to the United States government. These trees are absolutely stunning and they line the Potomac, but there is also a lot of events and an actual festival that are built around the cherry blossoms blooming. The opening ceremony is a celebration of the gift, and the performers have to have ties in both Japan and the United States to be able to perform. Other fun things that are going on, the Blossom Kite Festival. This is for children and adults. They have competitions like kite designing, high flyers. They have a kite battle. I'm going to let this video speak for itself. 2, 1, launch! Engage! That's right. The object of a kite battle is to tie up your opponent's kite and bring it to the ground. And I don't know who picked the yakety sax music for it, if that's actually being played at the battle or the person who created this video put it in there, but you know, they also have choreographed kite ballets. So if you like kites, it's definitely a great place to go. Pedalpalooza is a day of music and events. There are 5 different zones, and the evening ends with a fireworks display. There is a National Cherry Blossom Parade. It goes basically from the Capitol to the White House down Constitution Avenue. One of the few events that you have to pay for the tickets. You pay for the seating along that stretch of the road. And finally, the Pink Tie Party. All guests are encouraged to wear pink attire, and they even sell pink ties for men. There is a fashion show, food, a silent auction, and more. The most expensive event to attend in this festival, tickets are $250. But as I said, it costs nothing to walk among the trees, and most of the other things you just have to sign up for. You don't have to make any kind of a payment. Now, you know how I feel about parking. They highly recommend taking public transportation. Again, if you've never driven in Washington, D.C., it can be panic-inducing. Also, there's not a lot of places to park there. They do give some options on their website, which will be included in the description, but they highly recommend using Spot Hero to find and reserve a parking spot. Now, if tulips are more your speed than cherry blossoms, let's head to Amsterdam. The Keukenhof Tulip Festival is held in Lees, Netherlands. There is an actual tulip farm named Keukenhof, so they call it the Keukenhof Tulip Festival. It started on March 21st. It's running through May the 12th. Again, another Mother's Day ending. Now, Keukenhof is actually like a spring park. Although the Netherlands is very famous for their tulips, that's not the only thing that grows there. They have crocuses, hyacinths, daffodils, and more. Now, it is an amazing place to take pictures, but please, I'm going to remind you, don't be a jerk, okay? Don't trample the flowers. It just ruins it for everyone. There are walkways, and if you don't know how to take pictures without actually standing in and trampling the flowers, I don't know what to tell you. You probably shouldn't be doing it. Now, there are some events. Doesn't look like they cost any money. The website, which will be in the description, is very helpful. It gives a map of the grounds. It has event listings, bloom status, tickets, all that kind of good stuff. Definitely something to visit if you're planning on going there. Tickets are reasonable. I'll put the cost along the side here. There is parking available, and you can actually buy tickets with a transportation package that will get you from several different points in Amsterdam, which is where I'm guessing if you are traveling there for a vacation, you probably will be based in Amsterdam. So as I said, a wealth of information on their website. They are open every day, including Sundays and holidays, so any day works. And they do say if you want to go during more quiet times, it's best to get there before 10:30 or go after 4 o'clock. But I am not done talking about cherry blossoms yet. We are going to return to Japan for more cherry blossoms. In Kyoto, Japan, there is a pedestrian walk called Tetsugaku no Michi, roughly translating to Philosopher's Walk. And along this beautiful pedestrian path, it is lined with cherry blossom trees, and they are currently in full bloom. Blooming season technically started March the 24th. They say they're going to be continuing through the first week of April, so you still have a chance to see them. This street is 2 kilometers long, and it runs between Ginkakuji and Nanzenji streets, and it is picture perfect for photos. Now, Kyoto is quite a distance from Tokyo. That being said, you could take a bullet train there that is like about 2 hours long, and it's really not terribly expensive either. So if you want to see more cherry blossoms in Japan, head to Kyoto. All right, now we're technically caught up. So let's talk about what is starting new as of April, and we are going to travel to Belgium first. The Hallerbos forest in Hallerbos, Belgium is blooming right now, and it's at its peak from April 1st through April 30th. Hallerbos is about 20 kilometers outside of Brussels. You can get there by rail, and it is a beautiful forest that is 1,360 acres large. Now, back in World War I, the Germans removed most of the trees, but they did a huge reforestation starting in 1930 to 1950, and it is back in all of its glory. Now, this forest is accessible throughout the year and is one of 70 places that the endangered giant sequoia trees still grow. And it is teeming with wildlife. Now, what is so special about it now? It's not cherry blossoms and it's not tulips. Hallerbos is also known as the Blue Forest, and millions of bluebells bloom in the month of April. The florist is accessible and has plenty of walking trails, plenty of places for picturesque pictures, but again, I don't really want to have to remind you of this, but I feel like I have to. Don't be an asshole and trample the flowers. Stay on the paths and everything will be great. Now let's jump back to cherry blossoms for, uno momento, por favor, because we're going to talk about cherry blossom trees in Europe, specifically Germany. If you're going to be in Bonn, Germany from April 1st through April the 14th, you need to stop by Cherry Blossom Avenue. Bonn was the capital of West Germany until reunification with East Germany, and then it became Berlin. But Bonn itself is an absolutely gorgeous city where Beethoven was born. One street in Bonn, in particular, the Heerstrasse, is lined with cherry blossom trees, also gifted from Japan. When they are at their peak, which is right now, you can't even see the sky through the trees. Now, apparently there is a festival that goes along with this time period. I'm going to tell you, I couldn't find details about it anywhere, but there is a festival there. So if you want to go there, you're just going to have to look for it and find it. Of course, there are plenty of reasons to go there other than the Cherry Blossom Festival. It is a university town. It is where the Haribo outlet is. The gummy bears. And you can even stay on a hotel on Cherry Blossom Avenue. There aren't specific viewing hours. You can go down there at night, but of course they ask everyone to please be respectful of evening and early morning hours. Don't make a scene. Don't make a lot of noise. So that is has already started and is going on. I'm just going to quick skim over some things. We're going to cover these later on in the month as they come up. They haven't started yet. They will be soon. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Now, cherry blossoms aren't the only game in town in Japan. Around Mount Fuji, the Fuji Shibazakura festival is going to be taking place. And Shibazakura is a pink, white, and purple moss that covers the fields at the base of Mount Fuji. That's going to be starting in a couple weeks. Also starting in a couple weeks is the Dubai Food Festival. Ripe Market's not the only game in town. It's going to be starting April 19th. If you're looking for something very romantic to do, you can't get any more romantic than the Festival of Sant Jordi, aka St. George, in Barcelona on the 23rd of April. That festival is all about love, roses, and books. If you like staying closer to home, Toronto is hosting the Hot Docs International Documentary Film Festival starting on April the 25th. And we close out the month strong with Walpurgis Night in Stockholm, Sweden on the 30th. Let's just say spring is being sprung, and if you like flowers, this is your month. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If there is a festival or an event that you think I should know about, feel free to comment below. You can also ask me any questions there as you wish. If you don't want to comment below, you can visit me on any of my social media accounts. I am Tipsy Travel Gal, all one word, on all the main social media platforms. You can also go to my website, tipsytravelgal.com, and on the menu bar is a contact me link where you can send me an email. Again, thank you so much for watching. Let's just hope that April's going to be a great month, and until the next time, bye.